Hello, welcome to a video about a totally randomized experiment. Uh, the subjects in this experiment can be assigned to each treatment group. And how each one starts is you have all the subjects down here. You just figure out who the subjects are, and then we have to randomly allocate them. So we allocate them to group 1 or group 2. This is an experiment that shows the effects of talking uh, on your phone while driving your car. And so they had 20 students go through a treatment where they would just drive and then random things would pop up they'd have to break. Um, and then they had 20 students talk and drive, and then they had them random things still pop up, and then they had to break, and they just compared the break time between these two. Notice how it's set up. You have your control up here. You have your treatment. So, and they are randomly allocated to both of those groups. Now, why is it not a good idea to have the first 20 students that show up for experiment in group 1 and then the other ones in group 2? Well, there might be some distinctive difference in people who show up early versus show up late. That might have some effect on their breaking time. It might not be something that we could even think about, but it might be if somebody's more prompt, maybe they have higher energy. Um, who knows? But we want to make sure that all human choice is taken out of allocating them to the two groups. Now, if we have a situation like this, like when we had that advertising company have uh, 30 seconds or 90-second spots and seeing them 1, 3, or 5 times. Now, how would we assign students to the categories here? Now, one way we could do it is we could take the people and we could give each person a number. So we number each person, and then um, then you randomly picked 25 numbers, and those 25 numbers go here. And then you randomly pick 25 new numbers, and then they go here. Then 25 new numbers, and then they go here, and so on and so on. And then uh, and then once you have the numbers, those are the people that go to each of the treatments. There's another way of thinking which kind of does the opposite. So the other way of thinking uh, assigns assigns a random number to each person. And so every person of this, what is it, 150 people, randomly gets a number, and the first 25 of those numbers will go to group 1. The second 25 of those numbers will go to group 2. The third group will get, and so on and so on. This way you don't have to keep doing the randomization and checking to see if there's any overlaps and such. So, but both methods will work just fine. All right, now I want you to see if you can set up a totally randomized experiment uh, about baseball. Good luck.